Here we go for our next storyteller, Adam. Come on stage now. Come on, Brooklyn.
I'm at Columbus Circle subway station after work, and in the corner of my eye, I see an arm flail. And I hear people scream. I look over, and somebody fell inside the subway track. Now everybody around is like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Nobody's doing anything. So I run up to the track, and I see the guy on his back. He can't get up. He's like a cockroach on his back. So then I look down the track, and I see the light. Okay, I see the light. So then I turn around, and I yell at everybody. I say, the train is coming! And I get down, and I grab him by the back of his jacket. Now in this same moment, two people ran from the back to grab his arms, and we pulled him out. Okay, it was like he bounced back to life. Now, everybody's looking at me like I'm a hero, okay? So then I look down the track again, and I look a little closer, and that light is just the light that's installed there. It wasn't the actual train. So everybody's still looking at me. So I'm like, all right, gotta go, time to go, gotta get out of here. So now, I'm on the train, okay? Now this train is jam-packed, headed uptown to the Bronx. It's jam-packed, and at the other side of the car, like where you're at, I see this beautiful woman. She is just gorgeous. She's wearing a hijab. It's not a fetish, but, just being descriptive. She has her headphones in. She's jamming out. I'm like, man, I got to talk to this woman. How am I going to do it? There's too many people in between us, so I can't be like, hey, excuse me, you got to go, excuse me. Go get rejected. Then I can be, yeah, I'm coming back. It didn't work. So my subway stop comes. I'm in the Bronx. I'm like, man, I didn't get a chance to talk to her. So what do? Do I wonder what could have been? Or do I miss my stop? So I miss my stop, and I'm deep in the Bronx now. Finally, people are getting off the train, so I'm like, all right, this is my chance. So I get off, and I get back on where she's at, so she could think I just got there, right? And this whole time, I didn't think about what I was going to say to her. I have no opener yet. So I just, for some reason, the first thing that comes to mind, because she's covered up, is Salamu Alaikum, which means peace be upon you. It's kind of a Shakespearean way to greet somebody. Like, who greets somebody saying, oh, peace be upon you, But anyways, she was receptive, and we begin to have a pretty good conversation. There's dialogue back and forth. We do the whole, where you from, where you done, what you done. She's from Saudi Arabia. She's a film student. And I'm like, oh, I'm an actor. This is great. And she's like, oh, my husband's a film student too. You have to meet him. But don't worry, all right? Because I bounce back from that. I get off the train. So, I'm at a restaurant now. I got all my friends inside, all 20 friends inside, sitting by a window, and I'm outside the restaurant just having a moment. I don't smoke. I don't know why I did that. I'm just, standing outside the restaurant, and I see this woman, all right? I see this woman, like where you're at. She's kind of close. Now, she's standing on the street, and her back is facing me, and she does one of these. She does this quick glance at me, and I'm like, oh, that's different. That don't always happen. She does that again. The second time, it's like this really small smile, but it was sexier than that. It wasn't like that. She does this real small smile. So I'm thinking, okay, do I wonder what could have been? Or do I go talk to her? So I go talk to her once again. I don't think about what I'm going to say. So I say, hello. So she says, this is what she says. She says, I knew you'd come. I said, what do you mean? How did you know I'd come? She's like, well, I attract people. I said, do men just flock to you? She's like, well, men, women, whatever. I'm like, okay, so what are you doing here? You're just standing on the street. Are you waiting for a taxi? She's like, no, my girlfriend's inside the restaurant. Just waiting for her to come out. So we begin to have this superficial conversation. Oh, where are you from? What you done? And while we're having this superficial conversation, she's looking deep into my eyes, and I'm looking deep into her eyes, and I can see her dark soul. And the conversation, it starts to get deeper, and it starts to get really intense, because the gaze, when you first meet a stranger, you say a few things, and you look away, you say a few more things, but she's staring deep at me. And in this moment, her friend comes out the restaurant, and, we begin to talk and this and that, and then they have to go. So I'm like, well, before you go, can I ask you for your number? Because I don't want it to be like a single-serving relationship. Her friend then says, she's a lesbian, darling. She's not interested. Now, at this time, mind you, all 20 of my friends are inside the restaurant watching this live rejection happen, okay? And there's no bouncing back from that. Good night.